What up, Reefer fans? Give me about 20 seconds. And actually, I'm just going to clear the rest of my bong and I'll be right back. That's how we roll. Got some cool shit, though, coming up. Yeah, stay tuned for real. All right. So, clear my throat. So, start off quick. White paper. Yipper. Going back and forth with our, I don't know, I guess you call him a writer. I don't know, whatever the fuck you want to call him. But we should be able to. We're going to present that prior to the boardroom here, end of next week, first draft. But when I do put it in the boardroom, I'm going to need the boardroom to hop on that shit right away because I can't. I'm paying this person and I can't let them wait, make them wait fucking 4 weeks to get a response back like, hey, this is great, or hey, we need to change this, or hey, we need to finalize this. So that'll be on the boardroom. So I'll be definitely be depending on them, and we'll pin it in the boardroom. But I would definitely love for you guys to right away jump on that when I post that in there. Logo relaunch. So Reefertoken logo is not user friendly. It's pot friendly, but I mean it's not like real world friendly where you can take Reefertoken logo and put on a fucking uh, food website or a professional sports team website, or you know what I'm saying. So we're having to work around that with the Greener X brands, which we're lucky to have. Right, we have a lot of brands connected to Reefer, so we're lucky to have that. But I do have some image drops. Um, I don't know. It's the logos I got. I'm gonna send over to the board. They, I don't know. My thing is this. I need to get excited when I see it, and I wasn't. But then again, it's more of a what do you call it? Subliminal thing. It's just it's weird. I don't know. I'm gonna send it over. It kind of feeds in Reefer with ACS, but I think there's just something more needs to be to it. The guy we're working with is good. We just got to put him in the right direction. And I think with 20 some members in the boardroom, we can get that direction. So I'll be posting those, and then we need it's something to start with, and then we can go from there. But there is going to be a new Reefer logo launching. Period. It needs to be done. And I know it's gonna be a fucking headache to go through all the platforms and the sites and update everything, but hey, let's get real. We're not even done with version 2 yet, updating. So you might as well just do it now before we fucking do everything. So my 2 cents. 5/5. That's May 5th. That's going to be the next chance for a 0% buy or sell tax. It'll be your chance to get the fuck out of the project or add to your bag. Up to you. We're an honest project. We don't keep anybody here if you don't want to be. So the Blizzards unfortunately lost last night. That sucked. I was waiting to. I even had it set up, ready to hit send, submit for zero tax, and it didn't happen. We couldn't pull it off in the last quarter. Fucking such is life. The players know when they lose, you're all hurting. They know that. I don't want to put that on them. But hey, it's where we're at. May 5th, the next home game. So that'll be our next chance. And then May 13th, right after that, will be our next chance. Well, no, yeah, right after that will be our next chance after that. So we have 2 weeks coming up in a row. We could pull a 0% tax. So that'd be our next chance for that. Site updates are coming. Like I said, if you start looking at the site and seeing weird shit, don't worry about it. We're on it. We're fixing up everything. We're pretty quick to fix errors and that kind of stuff. So we have a couple pages we're updating. And then it'll help with the search engines and stuff like that. That's important in our industry. CG, that's right behind the white paper. Okay. Once the white paper's done, we'll get that CG hooked. We'll actually reach out to CMC too to see if there's anything else we need to do and make sure that we're on the right page to make sure everything's going great. I haven't been in contact with the old team at all really lately. I mean, Kyle was it, and I haven't heard from Kyle in a long time. It's not his responsibility. MG could care less. I haven't heard from that SOB in a long time either. I don't want to. I really don't care. Never really heard directly from him anyways. I always found it odd the owner of a project I could never contact when we were one of the main supporters. I bet it was fucked up. Red flag, red flag, red flag. Um, Other than that, yes, you'll see some CG, CMC, and once that comes up and we have our white paper after our white paper's on, new logo launch, you'll start to see some good movement Another thing I want to touch base is that, last night when we were meeting up with the Blizzards team, they kind of touched base with us, one just to make sure that we were sticking with them. Because starting this season, end of the season for the championship, and going into next season with regular games, they're going to be start being televised nationally in the U.S. And that's a big thing for sponsorships. That puts a lot of eyes on products and brands and gets people in the door. Um, it really will. So they wanted to make sure we weren't going to move with the national television brand with our marketing and stick with them. And we committed to stick with them because they've stuck with us since the beginning. Community, people are more important. But it doesn't matter because when they're nationally televised anyways, it won't fucking matter because all our branding will be right there. So, but no, that's a big thing. We got our foot in the door on the right time. And now we just have an opportunity to take advantage of it. And I mean, really, there's no one else doing it. I mean, you got crypto.com and all these big fucking platforms fucking advertising, but there's no projects that can touch that. So we're on the right path. See here, what else we got here going on? We have our most active coming up. We'll announce that here soon. I mean, they won't get paid out till probably the following week, when the next most active starts. But we'll get that announced out here sometime tonight. And handle that. Mooner 2.0, I needed to touch base with you guys and remind you, Mooner 2.0. It's coming out. I think new logo and some info release that'll be submitted to the elite room for Mooner. But that'll trickle down into the main TGs and stuff like that. So just keep that in mind. Mooner's working on some cool shit. They've always come on top. So just be sure to go ahead and get your Mooner bags before they release that full blown 2.0. NFT talks. I have been going back and forth with Peng. I know that we've been talking about NFTs. We also hooked up with a ShopX who focuses on NFTs. And when you're NFT holders, when you produce NFTs, then you have access to certain venues and specials and information. You're like elite. So we've talked about doing something like that with them as well. I had a meeting with ShopX. I'm gonna say Wednesday afternoon. It went really well. Very polite. Talked to a couple, two gentlemen. They're out of Cali. Really nice. Knew their shit. Were very straight to the point. It'd be a good partnership to have down the road. So I'm gonna they sent me a big bunch of info via email, so that would be submitted to the boardroom so they can take a look at it. If it's something you guys aren't interested in, then the boardroom's gonna say we're not interested. That's kind of the way it is. Next thing here I have is I get a lot of DMs about asking if Kyle's still aboard. I haven't talked to Kyle. It doesn't matter if he's aboard or not. He is not our project. He's not Reefer. He's not ACS. He's not 2FPS. I mean, he's just a nice guy that helped us out. And kind of knew like when we took over the project or asked to help out with it, we would see less and less and less of him. So that's okay. So he was here before. Look where we're at before that. Look where we're going without it. So enough said. Staking 2.0. And I know I'm being quick. I'm to the point. I don't want to. I just don't like to give false bullshit when you sit there and I remember these AMAs that the first thing used to have where they draw out and make it sound like it was like a singing fucking dance and song and everything was kumbaya and all this cool stuff happening. I'm just telling you what the fuck's going on. There's cool shit happening, but when it starts to happen, we'll talk about it. I'm not going to stroke anybody on hopes and stuff. That's just not how we do it. That's stupid. And once again, I apologize for first team. Staking 2.0. We are looking at some platforms. Here's the issue you have. There's not a whole shitload of stuff out there. I mean, there is, but there isn't. It's hard to explain. But anytime, so here's the deal. I mean, okay, I see Fred's listening. Fred, you don't have to say anything. But hey, Fred, take your 4 billion whatever the fuck you're holding and shove it into this third-party platform we don't know much about. And they'll hold your token and you can stake it. Now, I promise they won't steal it from you. I can't make that fucking promise. See what I'm saying? So it's hard for me to pull the trigger. Like, I know the first one we did was with Fresh Coins, and I'm not putting them down at all. I mean, we may even do something with them again, but it's also called a third party. Keep that in mind. So that becomes concern, and I know I've talked to the Mooner team, and they don't like that idea either. That's why they've always done on their own platform at the time. But that is not a cheap way to do it. It costs a lot to get it going like that, But so there's a couple other things that Peng has pointed to me. I'm not going to talk about it right now. We're going to look into it, just because, like I said, I don't like the bullshit. I just like to do it. So if it doesn't make sense or it's not something we can do, then we're definitely not going to sit here and talk about it and waste your time because we're just not going to fucking do it. Other than that, we're getting pretty close to wrapping this up. Like I said, I'm just trying to keep you up to date, let you know we're still moving forward. we're pretty excited about something we're going to be discussing in the boardroom here soon. I know we have some. Here's the issue. We have identification issues when it comes to just the reefer. I mean, Reefertoken. Hi, can you please put a fucking marijuana fucking product on my goddamn business or partnership? I mean, that's a tough sell, people. That really is. We all know that. Are we looking for version three? No, I'm not. I personally don't have the time, energy, family, patience, and just in the know-how. I don't. So I would never really do a version three. But there's ways to make. I've looked into it. There's ways to make adjustments. So we'll see what we do. But for now, we just keep moving forward and growing it. Who gives a fuck what it's called in the long run? It'll work. Don't care if it's called fucking beer bottle or bong. I don't give a fuck. It'll work. We got this. All right. Last thing I want to talk about. We have done starting to restructure Reefertoken. All right. Reefertoken soon will become an entity on its own. It will become a corporation, a company. All right. We plan on doing that. Simple reason is because then we can maybe employ some people. We can start to take some write-offs. We can start investing, that kind of shit. Do it the right way. So, problem you're having is you invest in all these companies that aren't fucking companies. They're just fucking people that say they have tokens. Okay. So you guys have earned the right to own part when you hold part of the company. I mean, tokens, you own part of the bit. So you guys have had that right. So we're gonna set it up so we've already been corporately doxed through the brands that we carry, individually doxed. That's right. There's twice as much as fucking most people, anyways. And now we're going to set up a company that can be tracked through the U.S. government, so that, and not that I love them, but it's a legit legal entity, right? It won't have anything to do with you guys at all. It's just so we can start branding and maybe attempt trademarks and just doing it the right way. Uh, it'd be more secure for you. Nothing to do with trading. It'd be totally on the name aspect of it. Where we're going to do some branding and stuff like that. But yeah, I mean, you guys deserve that security, that safety. You deserve to know who's got your shit, who's working on it. You guys deserve that, and nobody gets that. And that's one thing we want to focus on is sustainability when it comes to the token itself, but you guys need to know how we're going to sustain it and who's behind it and what's going on. So we're going to do the best we can for as long as we can. We ever get to a point where we suck, because not everybody can be cool forever, and that's fine, and if that point comes where all of a sudden we're like, hey, somebody better can do this, fuck it. It's not ours, it's yours. So that's kind of direction we're going. We want to do more of a business type. We got a lot of people behind us. A lot of professionalism. We have some great programmers. We have a good white paper host working with us. We have some professional sports teams. We are in a local baseball stadium. And right now we're hiding behind the Greener X brand. But that's not a bad thing, because if you don't have anything to hide behind, you ain't gonna be successful. I don't give a fuck. Like I've said this before. I don't care which project you are, which token you are, what your market cap is. You will plateau, because in the long run, nobody really knows, can get into the aspect of the real world. It's tough to do. We've done that, and we'll keep growing. It starts with one. We've already had one. Okay. Is it one every day? No, but we've already had one. It started with one, and that's all it takes. And that anybody that has any kind of business mind at all knows it starts with one, and we've already had our one. In fact, we've had our fucking several. Saying. Anyways, so that's kind of direction we're going. I know we've talked about this. We're gonna keep talking about it and letting you know this is what we're doing. We have a standard. This is what we're holding ourselves to. So anytime we can talk about this shit, that just means we're continuing to go that route. I'll take any constructive criticism. You can go ahead and fucking DM me, post it, ask questions. I mean, I need all that. I don't, and ask the board. I don't shy away from any of that. I'm always asking for them to rip my shit apart or make me look stupid. I don't give a fuck. You ain't gonna hurt my fucking feelings. I may even tell you to fuck off, but guess what? It's just the way I am. I don't take it personal. If I tell you to fuck off, you're probably doing a good job. Anyways, that's about it. But let's keep moving forward. And I honestly gonna tell you probably, God, if I had to sit myself down and talk to myself and go, hey, dude, so when do you think this is really gonna pop? When do you think like we're gonna be? And I will probably say that this will probably be one of the last years now through the end of the year where we are positioning ourselves. We'll be growing, trust me, and gaining. But I'm talking positioning. Like right now, we have a really good trend going on with a lot of new brands and websites that are going to allow us to put reefer out there. Now, if we are able to change our logo and maybe work on our branding better, I think it'll go quicker and it'll be stronger. I think we backed ourselves in the corner, and I've told the boardroom this, and I'll tell you guys this, and I've said this before. When someone creates a fucking pot leaf for their project logo, you've already failed. And I apologize that I didn't catch that before. Now doing all this, I'm realizing it. I knew that before. It just you didn't think, nobody thought like that. Hindsight, right? Shame on fucking all of you. I'll slap my hand first. But what I'm saying is using a pot leaf. Thank you for pot smoking. That perfect example. I can't even get that on a fucking billboard. You think a fucking pot leaf is going to fly in a Dunkin' Donuts site? The Reefertoken's a tough one I'm going to put it. It's going to go on there, right? Come, it's fuckers launching next month. We're nervous as hell. But think about that. Would you rather have something on there going, yeah, Reefertoken, or would you rather have something on there going, yada yada? That's, you know what I mean? I mean, we're not user friendly. Right now, it's we design it, we program it, we force fucking feed it, we spend a lot of money to be friendly. That's what our brand is right now. Okay, that's truth. No one can even talk me on that. I got to force feed it, spend a lot of money, and I got to create it myself if we want to fucking be successful with this branding Reefertoken. Same with Potcoin, you dumb shits. Same with, I don't know, blunts. I mean, where the fuck do you think you're going to stick that? No, there's a way to brand this and keep this in this industry without calling it a fucking drug. Believe that. Now, boardroom, you heard my idea. I was joking around, but I wasn't. There's a much cooler name that we're already using that we could definitely would be more advantageous. So, I mean, I'm telling you, that's our only concern. And the board brought up the other day, being as pot friendly as we are, we're also not stupid, right? We're businessmen. You guys are businessmen and women, all right? Or you wouldn't be here. You're not here to play in the fucking playground, right? So that's kind of what we're up against, all right? So I'm telling you right now, there's not one project or not one dev talking about that mistake. Everybody's like, oh yeah, we're all great, we're great. You know damn well, when you limit yourself, you have limited yourself. It doesn't matter how fucking weed friendly your state is. There's still tons of business and shit that don't want to be involved. That's life. But if you can conquer that without, we tarnish ourselves from the beginning, but we can fix this. So, anyways, lots of ideas, lots moving forward. We're going to continue to move forward the way we are, but trust me, we're good at what we do, especially online, and we're gonna be fine. If we need to make adjustments, we're the best ones to do it. Right now, the only other adjustments anybody else can do is just promise you stupid ass shit. It never happens. So, anyways, we're a project that be around for a while. We're unfortunately not one of those projects that will be around for a couple of years and all of a sudden just suck you dry and run. That's not going to happen here. We don't need to do that. We're too solid in the retail marketplace and online already. And just adding reefer to it just makes us stronger and it gives reefer a leg up. So, anyways, I'm out. We recorded it, but keep in mind there's just a lot of stuff that wasn't done right from the beginning that we need to start really talking about changing. We can do all this cool shit, but in the long run, there needs to be a couple things that needs to be changed out. So, anyways, I'm out of here. I'll go ahead, DM me, post your concerns, ideas, boardroom members, post your ideas. Let's go from there. But you know what direction we need to do. And when I talk about this stuff, I'm giving it to you as a needed solution. I'm not just saying, hey, this is what we need to do. I'm saying we're a community owned project, so we need to all start putting our fucking heads together. Anyways, I'm out. Talk to you guys later. Thank you.